For your empowerment, connection, and relationship coach. I'm a former attorney who's committed his life to supporting you and having the sort of fun, fulfilling, dynamic connections and relationships with men that you are so worthy of. And I am super excited about this video. I'm going to be sharing with you 6 foolproof strategies for how to text a man in a way that makes you absolutely irresistible to him. It's going to activate him, magnetize him to you, and be a lot more fun than a lot of the texting you're probably currently doing with guys that you're getting to know or that you're in a relationship with. So buckle up for that. But before we dive in, take a second, hit that little subscribe button, and don't forget to click that link in the comments and caption, because I've created an amazing free training that's going to make a huge difference in your connections and relationships with men. Now, with all that out of the way, let's dive into the video. Now, in this digital age where love letters have been replaced with Instagram messages and romantic serenades have been replaced with Spotify playlist DMs, how do we keep the romance and spark alive through text? Well, it's actually not that complicated. I'm going to share with you some foolproof strategies that actually create a magnetic field so that men that you want to be attracted to you are drawn in and keep coming towards you every time. And for each one of these examples, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly why it works with men and specific examples so you know how to implement it with the men in your life today. And strategy number 1 is be unpredictably predictable. And I want to start off with a little known fact. Did you know that anticipation of a reward lights up a man's mind and activates the same neural pathways as actually receiving the reward itself? It's called dopamine. And when you keep a man on his toes with kind of charming, unexpected, yet endearing text messages, you kind of become an addiction, right? The uncertain nature of what you're going to say next is an addictive energy that he can't get enough of. Think of it this way. The goal is to create texts that merge your own authentic personality with the sort of unexpected plot twists of a Harry Potter novel. You know how J.K. Rowling always would take like the same familiar characters and continue to put them in new and uncertain and unusual situations? That mix of sort of the familiar and the unfamiliar creates a really entertaining energy that's going to draw in great guys. Imagine he texts you, "What are you doing this weekend?" Instead of responding with the usual snooze fest, "Oh, just hanging out, I don't know." Give him a little spice. Say, "Oh, I was actually debating between going to a Quidditch match or brewing some polyjuice potion. Want to join me?" Just that sort of like quirky, like, "Oh wow, I didn't see that coming from a mile away." It's going to make him smile and get him to intrigued about what you might say next. He's going to want to play with you more, which is something that every man loves to do. So by blending the comfort of your personality with the thrill of the unexpected, you become something different than every other girl in his phone. You become this playful, kind of magical siren, right? Who's inviting him to have a different type of dynamic and dialogue than he's ever had before with somebody else. It's really fun and really effective. Give it a shot. And strategy number 2 is emoji flirting mastery. This is where you're going to turn those silly little emoji pictures into your secret love language. Now, just as hieroglyphics baffled archaeologists, the right emojis can send a man on a quest to decipher your deepest feelings. Truly. When you use emojis, it adds a lot of spice to the usual bland dish of text messages. Men are very visual creatures. So by using emojis in really fun and interesting sequences, you're going to inspire him to want to understand a little bit more about what you're saying, and it's going to make it feel a lot more fun for him to text with you. For example, if he sends you a message that makes you laugh, respond by sending him a laughing emoji, a ghost because he killed it, he killed you with the joke, and then a heart, right? It's subtle, it's sweet, and it demonstrates to him that you find him really funny, and it really gets the emotion of your response to him across in a way that words never could. So I want to encourage you to master the art of emoji flirting. Find your own unique way of doing it, different combinations of emojis to represent different things with him, and you'll have him laughing and more engaged with you than anyone else he's talking to. And strategy number 3 is sharing the little moments. And the goal here is to kind of make him feel like he's a guest star in your life. When you take the time to send a text to somebody that you're getting to know, sharing just the minutia of your life, or just a little something that reminded you of him, you're giving him a window into your world. you're letting him feel like he's kind of riding shotgun with you on the journey of your life. It's really powerful and really effective. So for example, maybe you see a dog, a really cute dog, and you snap a picture of that dog and you send it to him and you say, hey, I think I met your spirit animal today, right? That's a cute way of letting him know, A, that you think he's as cute as this adorable dog, and B, that you were thinking about him, right? You were thinking about him, and for a guy who's maybe not quite sure where he stands with you or what's going on, just knowing that a girl that we're interested in, that she's thinking about us, that can be very exciting and activating to him. And it's an invitation for the two of you to begin sort of a little bit of a deeper conversation. Because I know if I got that text, I'd be like, oh, so I guess you were thinking about me, eh? With a little winky face. And then that opens the doorway to have a little flirty back and forth. So it can be a great sort of entryway for a really fun conversation with him. And strategy number 4 is cultivate curiosity. And this is all about being a master of textual mystery, right? Keeping him curious is kind of like the plot of a really good book. You want to keep the pages turning and keep him wanting to find out more while still leaving room for his own imagination to try to figure out what's going to happen next. So one great example of how to do this would be to text him, "You won't believe what I found at the thrift store today." And then give him clues or have him just guess until you finally reveal after a little while that it was a record, a vintage record by his favorite artist, and that you're going to give it to him later, right? He got to engage in a little game with you to try to figure out what it is, and at the end, boom, he gets the reward of A, figuring it out, and B, getting an awesome little gift from you. This strategy turns a simple conversation into an interactive game, and trust me when I say, men love to play games like this, little interactive games where they have to figure something out. Inside every man is a little boy who loves to play, and this is a really easy way to activate that energy with him. And just know that if you're consistently cultivating curiosity with a guy and playing fun little games like this with him, he's really going to look forward to hearing from you, and he's going to be a lot more engaged and present in his communications with you, and he's probably going to want to see you a lot more. And strategy number 5 is positivity is key. And the mantra behind this strategy is to be the sunshine in his inbox. And here's another little known science fact. Did you know that smiling, even from a text message, releases dopamine and serotonin, the two happy hormones in your brain? Yes, your positive text messages can actually be a dose of happiness in his life. And the core truth of this strategy is that happiness is magnetic, especially in a world clouded by so much negativity and cynicism, right? Your text can literally be a beacon of light that can help buoy him up and elevate his spirits, especially if he's going through a hard time. And this is one that I really appreciate in my own life. For example, if I'm having a hard day and I tell Callie in a voice memo or in a text that I'm struggling or whatever's coming up, she always responds with how much she believes in me, what a rock star I am, and she gives me such great positive reflections that I can't help but smile and feel a little better about what I'm going through and where I'm at. It works literally every time, and it'll work for you too. So just remember that being a consistent source of positivity through your text to him will make you someone that adds a ton of value to his life and to his day, and someone that he always looks forward to hearing from. And now we have strategy number 6, genuine compliments. And this is a big one. You want to craft really deep compliments that hit home, right? I'm not talking surface level, hey, that was a nice shirt that you wore this morning, or even you really mean a lot to me. You know, that's a sweet thing to say, but can you go deeper? Can you be more specific in the compliment that you're sending him, right? Something that's really going to make him feel seen and heard and appreciated by you, especially for something that he's doing, something that he's up to in his life. One of the things that activates and excites the masculine more than anything from the feminine is to be acknowledged for what he is doing in a deep and meaningful way by his woman. This is an opportunity for you to notice and appreciate the little things that he's doing that he doesn't even know that you saw. Like Callie's amazing with this, where I'll be doing like a live workshop online for, a bunch of people online, and Callie will sometimes sneak into the workshop and she'll message me, during the workshop and say, hey, I just want you to know, like, you're doing an amazing job, or give me a little acknowledgement during or afterwards, and I didn't even know she was there. So how could you do that for a man in your life? Where's an opportunity for you to give him a really genuine compliment about what he's up to in the world, about something nuanced that you noticed about him? When you're able to do that for a guy in a really meaningful way, he really feels very seen and heard and understood and valued by you, and he's going to want to be closer to you. So what I want you to remember with all of these strategies, ladies, is that it's not so much about what you're texting him as much as it is about how you're making him feel. Are you making him feel playful? Are you making him feel turned on? Are you making him feel curious, interested? Are you making him laugh? These are all things you want to consider, right? And so how can you text him in a way that engages with him in a playful, feminine space and helps him step into his own masculine essence with you? That's the question you want to be asking. Don't just treat texting like a way of communicating grocery lists. It can be so much more than that, and it can really be a lot of fun. So get out there, have fun, and be sure to click that little subscribe button. Don't forget to click that link in the comments and caption to get my amazing free training. And let me know in the comments, what are the best texts that you've gotten from a man or that you've shared with a man that have really helped light up your relationship and take it to a completely different level. And be sure to stay tuned towards this next video where I'm going to take it a level deeper, and we're going to talk about 8 ways to turn a man on with text. So if you're ready to go from just being interesting to him in text message to actually getting his motor running a little bit and getting things a little bit more sexy, be sure to watch this next video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye. If I get a text like that from a woman that I'm dating or in a relationship with, it will absolutely light up my entire body and put me into a totally new level, because then I start visualizing and thinking about